Now, we in full feast mode. Think about this. We got family members coming over. You know what I mean? It's the holidays. You know, people coming to eat. You're going to have something to serve. So why not just serve them up some biscuits and gravy, right? But this time we're going to do it a little bit different. We're going to call this a sausage, biscuit, and gravy casserole. And did I mention gravy? Let's get it. All right, so look, right off the rip, right? We're going to go ahead and hit bake because we got to preheat. We're going to do the standard 350, hit start. Then we finna go over these ingredients. We finna get right, you know, through this. I could have made my own biscuits, but I didn't. You see right here, look, I got my own, you know, biscuits. Go ahead and use these. If you want to, you can make them, but it's about like the morning of, and when you got your family members there, like still making something, you know, that's over the top, super good, you know what I mean? Time consuming. And, you know, I guess wouldn't nothing be as cheap as making them yourself. But anyway, this is what I'm gonna be using, right? So with this right here, don't forget all of the ingredients that you see right here with the measurements is on my website, Smokin and Grillin with AB.com, and that's WITAB.com, right? Now this right here, I wanna show you, this is my mild Italian sausage, which is right here. And then over here, we got hot. It's up to you. I just got both of these so I can show you, you can go either or, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna go ahead and do it spicy. Everybody wants something to get that morning started right. That'll do it right there. So I'm gonna remove these, right? And then we're gonna talk about the cherry wood, you know, bacon. I like the thick cut, you know, these slices right here, and when they thick, they render a lot of fat. A lot of that fat goes back into the meal. And I got it. It ain't the like most healthiest thing, but I promise you, it is good. Then we got cheese. Hey, I'm not gonna go over all of that. You guys see, check me out on the website. Now, let's go ahead and cook. All right, now I got my bacon out, right? And you know, when I talk about the thickness of it, look at this right here. I just, look at that. They nice and hearty. Now, a little bit of a pro tip. If you put them in here and they not quite as hot, it's starting to warm up. They don't wrinkle up as much, if you guys didn't know that. So you can actually put these in here and then bring the heat on underneath them. And if you'll get a better looking bacon, that's all. It doesn't change nothing else. Just the look. All right, so look, now I'm gonna put my splatter guard on here. You hear it starting to ramp up. So I'm gonna put this on here. Why? Because it, you know, I'm the one that wipe all these counters and all of that. So it just contains everything in here. Splatter guard. And then if you see these right here, if you guys ever wanted to know what these are for, if I turn this over and put it on a table, now it became a cooler rack. All right, we got that there. Let's make a little room over here because we gotta do a little prep work. All right, I'll just move these over there. I'm gonna go ahead and bring my Italian sausage. But don't forget, I went with the version of just going spicy. All right, we'll just get this open and I'm gonna wait. I'll show you guys. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna try to tell you, if you follow the way I'm doing it, it'll just work out for you, you know, perfectly. This is gonna be the next item I do after I get through with this, once I get through with the bacon, right? So now let's just go ahead, meanwhile, while that's cooking, let me cut this up. Now we're finna dice down these bell peppers. All right, so we'll start dicing these down. This is about the last of it, you know? And I wanted to say this part too. Remember, size matters on this, right? The smaller for flavor, the larger dice, more like a chop. That's for, you know, a texture, right? These right here, I just save them. When I got enough of these, because I'm cooking every day, then I go ahead and use this. Now, pay attention over here. Here we go. Let me grab my tools. Boom, let's start looking at the bottom of these. I'm gonna reposition that one. That's why I'm sticking it over there like that. This one over here, like this. Look at the fat inside of here. Now you guys got why I'm talking about what I'm doing, all right? Just nice, slow. See, they not all beat up and all crunchy, shriveled up, just like that. Put this over the top, we'll let that continue to cook. Now, let's get our onion together. All right, look, my bacon is done to my liking right now. Let me go ahead and move my screen. Let me come back. You can see things nice and hot, right? I'm just gonna put these on here. You know, everybody know, put them on a rack, paper towel, paper lined paper plate. I use paper plate, folks. You don't believe me? Look. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see, it's got like a little puff of smoke coming over there. It's kind of hot, so I'm gonna let that cool. I might take out just a little bit, but I'm gonna use some of this bacon grease right here. Look, and we're gonna go ahead and put this on top of that. Now you guys see how we build a flavor. Meanwhile, that's got to cool just a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and take this. Now we wanna get ourselves 1 cup, right? Not 2 cups, not 3, not 1.5 cups. Trust me, folks, I done already overdone it and all that kind of stuff, trying to make it make it pop for the video and all of that, 1 cup of, shredded cheese. And then look at the size that I'm using. When it's small like this, it melts so much better. Now, if you anything like me, listen, you got to have a guide. That's why I have this right here. Let me go ahead and clean this out. This is from me washing my dishes, just a little wet, right? We'll just stick that right there. Now I'm gonna pull this up. You guys can look at this. Let me get the angel trumpets going. There we go. Nothing like having shredded cheese, fresh shredded cheese. Anyway, now we only need 1 cup. So that means if I stick this in here like that, and if I was to pack it, that'll work for me. Then I got a little extra. I have to do that, folks. Other than that, I'll shred too much. You know what I mean? Then I'm gonna try to put it all in there because everybody say the more cheese, the better. But I beg to differ. Sometimes you put too much in there and it becomes just blah. But right now, we're gonna do it just like that. And I'm gonna set this over here. And I got everything just about prepped. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and put a fire underneath the bottom of this again. You know what? Let me wait. You know what? I did say I want to reduce that right now so you guys can see. Remember, I use that thick cut bacon. Look at that. So let me go ahead and bring this into play. It's like I almost forgot. Like, when you make it this as often as I do, so easy. I'm right-handed, you guys. You can look down there and you can see. I'm just gonna get rid just a little bit. We just want a little bit in there like that. That's about all you need, right? You can see the impurities right there. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. My grandma would never ever did this step right here. She'd take it, no matter what was in there, boom, you put it in there. My grandma said that's where all the flavor was. I can't make it fast enough because I use it. Remember, it's the holiday. I'm making all these videos. This be the base for just about everything that I do, unless I know somebody say they don't like, bacon fat or they looking for a special dish. A lot of times when you guys see me making something too, this be for people on the outside. I just say, let me just make a video doing it. All right, so we got that going. We got a fire underneath the bottom of that. We starting to reheat this. Next, we're finna go ahead and take this. Let's just see, are we ready? Let's see. No, we're not ready yet. I'll just wait a minute. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and get these going. You know what I mean? I just crack all of these in here. Make sure I don't get no eggshells in it. All right, I can see it's ready now. Right, now we go ahead and drop this in here, and if you don't believe me, look at that. You really finna hear in just 1 second though. I can look at the heat. There you go. You see that right there? Now I'm not gonna bother or nothing like that. I'm gonna just leave it there, let it form and let it fry, right? We like shallow fry in the bottom of it or the top, whichever one you wanna say, so it'll get a little bit of a crust. Now we come back over here and we finish what we started. Now here's where we take our biscuits, right? And we're gonna do a little trick to them. I'm trying to feel right here. You know what I mean? It's supposed to have a little tear part. Let me go ahead and get this started. Right, go ahead. How many y'all, oh, there you go. I couldn't even get it out. Remember when this used to scare us when we were younger? It's almost like that old school Jack-in-the-Box toy. You remember that? Do. You never knew when it was gonna pop. Right, so I'm gonna separate these. These come in a pack of 8. So you guys just pick up one of these. I went with my local brand. You know what I mean? These are just as good. All right, now you wanna take your casserole dish and just spray it with some non-stick spray. I'm just trying to get rid of my pan, that's all. You guys, I like using that spray, olive oil. Take that back. I like using that spray, avocado oil. Now I'm gonna just set this over here like that. Now, since we come across here, I got my meat masher. Let's go ahead. Now let's do this. Now, you wanna talk about forming a crust? You see it right there? That right there is what brings that flavor to it, right? You see all of that? It renders down its own fat anyway, because don't forget, this is pork, right? You're not gonna break it all the way down until it starts to cook a little bit better than this. So I just want to get it all maximized, the coverage. Let every piece of this, pick up some of that bacon grease. Now, don't forget, that's pork on pork crime, right? But trust me, it's good. We could have did, for those of you guys that don't do pork, you know what I mean? They got some good beef options out there for your bacon. We could have went with that, let that render down whatever it was gonna render down, right? That way we could have used like 80-20, just to get everybody into the game. Now, I'm just doing this right now. I'm finna slow this cooking down just a little bit. Let me turn this down. Let's get back down to a medium low. Put that over there. Now we're gonna bring these biscuits back. This is what you're gonna do with the biscuits. All you're gonna do is cut these in fourths. So let me use the right terminology, quarter them. right? Once we got them quartered, pay attention back here. We just drop these like this. You got it? Real simple. 4s, and I'm doing this for the sake of doing a video, right? 4ths, quarters, we drop those in like that. You see where we going. Now, for all of my seasoned people, I know you guys looking at it right now, you're like, AB, you know you ain't gotta cut them like that. I know I can stack them up like this. But y'all let me make these videos, you know what I mean? And I'll keep coming with these fire recipes. Now that we got them like that, now we take them and we doing 3 at a time. All right, now I'm gonna come with my onions. Let me see, let me get all my stuff together. We get this going. You know, I like to always put my onions in first. All right, so we do this just to give this a little bit of a head start. Now, after about a minute, now we're gonna come with our bell peppers. I don't know about y'all, but I can't have enough. I like to at least put in, you know, a full one, a whole bell pepper. Now, while we cooking this down, let me just make sure I got, see where we are with these veggies. Oh yeah, I'm loving all of this. Now we're gonna do a little enhancement, right? Give it a little bit, we just give it just a couple of pinches of salt. That's all you need, folks. I'm sure that's gonna do it for me. You know what I mean? So now we're gonna go ahead and just use this fresh cracked black pepper. And then I started using this, you know, a little bit more on camera. Let me see if I can just grab it. This right here, when you guys see me using my white one, this is a rock sea salt. You know what I mean? So gotta have some options, folks, you know? And when your tools is right in there, you know what I mean? While you talking, everybody talking about how good the kitchen smells, especially if you one of my new folks, right? This is when you pop your collar. Keep your composure, and you know, if you feel like you get nervous, what we do, we reduce the heat, we go back to that low and slow, then we get our composure, then we raise it up and do what we gotta do. All right, come here, take a look. Let's get in here. Look at that. Look at that. You see all that flavor in there? Now, check this out. I don't wanna overcook this. You can, just trying to get the veggies down. If you want your veggies to be soft and sauteed, put your veggies in, you know, with that bacon fat before you add, you know, your ground pork, right? Now, don't forget, we went on a little bit of the spicy side. Get everything set up. Now, you see, we got this here. Yeah, don't worry. You ain't got to have it full because, you know, when you put them in the oven, they plump, right? So let's just start adding a little bit here and there. That's where it get fun, folks. Right? Some of y'all, especially if you really, like if you younger, you know what I mean? Everybody gonna be here. Or if you go into like your family house, cook it at their house. They already doing everything else. Just say, go to the grocery store while everybody sleep, grab some groceries and make this. Super easy, well over the top. Got holiday vibes, the whole shebang. You see that? This is what you wanna have. Boom, let me get a picture of that. All right, now we just, after we cut it down, we just add it over the top. Got to do a better job with sprinkling it because we got so much. I mean, only so much. So it's up to you guys. If you want to do it, you saw what I did. If you want to take the time to do some more bacon, go ahead. But right now we got a lot of pork, a whole lot of flavor in here. Right now, if you want these to be crunchy, you can get them that way. I made mine the way I like my bacon. You know what I mean? I don't like it when it got all that crunch, right? But I do want to get all of the bits and everything in there. All right, now I told y'all earlier, I like to always overdo it, right? So listen, I got 1 cup of shredded cheese, but I'm gonna go ahead, let's do it right. I got it, let's just do it right. Let's just go ahead and sprinkle some of this over here on the top like this. We're gonna get everything, you know, coated with this egg, and that's what's gonna help it set, right? Our oven is already up to 350 degrees, so we good. All right, so I'm just giving it a re-whisk, get everything. I like to see the bubbles in there to make sure it's airy. Now, this is the easy part right here, folks. Not that it's not all easy. We just go ahead and pour this on top. Make sure you get egg everywhere. Don't be heavy-handed. You know, just like dump it all in one spot. But I will tell you, gravity will take over. Even if you put it all this way, it's gonna flow, right? And if you don't believe me, I can just do it this way and help it. Now we got that down there. Oh yeah. All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm looking at my oven right now. I always adjust my racks, right? So I'm gonna go like this. Just drop it down 1. Right, I'm gonna leave that open and I'm getting ready to put this inside. Right, and we're gonna leave this inside for about 30 minutes. right? It's uncovered, put it in, close it up, set yourself a timer for 30 minutes. Then we check to see if the egg is set. If not, we adjust, and add more time from there. All right, folks. Hey, listen, this right here, this is gonna be your new go-to. You're probably gonna make this, throughout the year. It's really, really simple to, to make, right? Especially since we started out by using like the biscuits that come, out of the can. I know it shortens it up. I know that I can go ahead and make it, but I'm just telling you, if you wanna make something that's over the top, nobody gonna know the difference. Please trust me. Now, let me know down in the comment section below, what else would you guys be making, and give me some ideas, and maybe I'll make those videos too. Now, with that being said, if you're new to my channel, let me take the time to say thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, smash that subscribe button, and tell everybody out there, there's a channel out here that's simplifying these recipes and taking the mystery out of cooking. I'm gonna leave you with this one right now. #feast mode. I'm out. Peace.